Hello my beautiful Bitterroots, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to do a get ready with me, and we're just going to do a bit of talkage about what these last about 2 years has been like for me, because I have been very much MIA for at least a year and a half with a couple little things here and there, but I think it's time now that there's been some healing and there's no anger. So, first of all, my hair's still kind of wet, still in the drying process. I put on my vitamin C serum. This one's by Teamy. It's just a vitamin C serum to me. I'm not too much into the brand with their whole skinny teas. But it was one of those things where I'm like, am I going to sell this on my website? I need a vitamin C serum. So I decided to just pull it out and me use it because I'm die-hard either hyaluronic acid or vitamin C serum. If I'm not using one, I'm using the other. So in this case, it's a vitamin C serum. I've already got through half of it. I mean, it's all right. I don't notice anything spectacular with my skin. Nothing like that. Then I have my trusted e.l.f. Moisturizer. What I'm going to do is I need to figure out what palette I'm going to use today. I'm looking over at my thing here because that's where I have my most used palettes is up top. And I've got my Luna Beauty one. I've got a couple big Natasha Denona palettes. But then I have like my new stuff that I got out of ColourPop, and I have used the Mandalorian and the Child. Love them both. I've already worn them. Gotten some pretty fantastic looks. This one I did this one on the eye, and then this in the outer V, and this in the transition. So that's all I did. Oh, and then this in the inner thing. This is like a putty. I think this is like a Super Shock shadow. It's kind of putty-y. So it's one of those things where you gotta focus on that, because since you can't properly like seal this like what you can with the Super Shock shadow containers. I can see it drying out. So and then I've used the Mandalorian, which is another fantastic palette. I have done this in the transition, this on the lid, and then fluffed up, and the outer corner, and then this one on the lid. So that look turned out pretty stinking cute too. Let's see. I have the Cherry Crush one. I haven't dug into that. I don't know. I don't know if I'm feeling that one right now. I think the Cabana Club is too summery, but no, I think I can make it work. I mean, I can make it work, but I don't know if I'm feeling that one either. What else is new in my collection? I have these two palettes. These ones I got off of Mercari. I've never heard of the brand. It's Lurella. And this one is part of their holiday collection that came out this year. This is Under the Mistletoe. And this has got some fantastic greens, transition shades. But the one thing that this palette is needing is like a deep shade. And then there's this one, which is Winter Wishes. And this one is all blues and such. So, and I've wore both of these palettes already. But do I want to wear? I mean, if I go with anything, maybe I'd go with Under the Mistletoe. This Grinch shade. Oh, love that. I don't know. Well, I'm wearing... Okay, so this is a shameless plug, but my god baby and I, we tie-dye, we sell our tie-dye stuff, and this is one that was a reverse tie-dye that I had done, and I like stopped the bleaching process on how I spiraled it and bleached one half and let it sit, and then I started bleaching the other half. And when the newest half got to 50% bleached, I stopped the bleaching process. So I got the blue and the full-on bleach in this heather green shirt. So do I want to be like all matchy with the green, the blue? Like this Blizzard shade is like such a cool shade. It's a duochrome. It goes from like a turquoise blue to a purple. I don't know if you can see that. Let me do a big swatch of it. I don't know if you're going to be able to see like the shift in that. It goes from a light turquoise blue, kind of there, and then other angles it goes like flat out purple. And actually in the pan, oh, on camera you can see that turquoise flash, but in person I see purple, like a cobalt. But yeah, I don't know, can you see that? So cool, so freaking cute, cool. This is what I've been obsessed with lately, which is the Eternal Eclipse by Lunar Beauty. Completely obsessed. It's a Natasha Denona retro palette, which was definitely one that I wanted to explore more of, because this could be a very good candidate for makeup look, but there is some grungy tones in here, like this here and this. Jude and Apart. Andy. Jude would be really pretty as, oh, it's kind of got like that pinky. There's Jude right next to that blue one. That one might look, maybe we should just do this palette. I've got it. I know what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do Jude here on the lid. I'm going to do this one in the transition, which is Andy. And then I'll deepen it with this one here, which is Apart. So these three right here is what I'll do. I've only swatched this. I actually haven't used it. Get my tea bag out. It's been steeping long enough. I don't want it to go bitter. I love you, gnome, matter what. And then on the other side it has two gnomes with Zelma and James on it. How stinking cute is that? It's cute. Just say it's cute. You love it. I will do Makeup Geek in Sunkissed for the bronzer. This is like my perfect bronzer shade. We'll do that. This is Calling Me. This is Zoeva, and this is the Cocoa Blend. And this is the highlighting palette, but I am so fair-skinned that this one right here would be a good blush. So, can you see that? And this is just like a hint, like a sun-kissed hint of shimmer or whatever on the face. So I think that will look really good. I also have this one, which is the Spice of Life. This is one that I would use in the summer into fall, because this is bright. It's got some gold glitters to it. This one's a highlighting palette as well, but I'm too fair for this one, so that's a blush to me. So at least I have the Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer with SPF 20, and this is in the color, if it even has a shade, this is just nude. My 2020 started off with a bang. I was traveling to the Dominican Republic for my job. With that, right before I went off on my work trip, my father was diagnosed with terminal cancer. He had multiple myeloma. And because he was 70, or he was 69 at the time when he was diagnosed, and because of his age, they don't do bone marrow transplants, whatever. because I was going to donate my bone marrow, whatever it was to take to save my dad, I was going to do. But because of his age, they don't do that. They don't survive surgery. So there's that. So that was kind of a downer. We almost lost my dad in January. But I mean, he was so frail. He was having a hard time breathing. It was so bad, so bad. My dad, just to give you a little background, he was an airborne ranger in the Army. I got hair. What else is new? I have 2 pets, 2 cats, and a dog. And then I have Trigger come over on weekends that James is with me. Anyway, my dad was an airborne ranger in the Army. He's special ops. And he was a sniper. So he used to do a lot of stuff undercover by himself, that kind of thing. He was a real, like, legit hero. He got blown up in the field, and he laid in the field for 3 days before his men even found him, before his battalion even found him. He recovered in Australia. He was in places where you weren't supposed to be. He was based in South Korea at one point. He was in the Vietnam War. He was never in the Korean War, mind you. He was just in South Korea during the Vietnam War. And then they had him in Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia. A lot of stuff we still don't even know because he wasn't allowed to talk about it. I'm going to go into mod just to kind of give... Ooh, that's really white though. Wow. Okay, I'll make it work. Really pigmented and white. My dad, he's always been that big, strong male figure in my life. He was such a good man. He raised my sister and I to love everyone. It doesn't matter your sexual preference, your skin color, your religion, where your what countries you're from. It doesn't matter. My dad taught my sister and I to love everybody, no matter what. You don't have to agree with everything, but you most certainly should love everybody. And that was, growing up, that was really instilled in my sister and I. And I'm very proud that my dad was that person to teach me to love everybody. Just to love everybody. And I think that's why my job working with foreign exchange students is so tailored to me, because my dad instilled that in me growing up, that it's easy for me to bring on foreign exchange students to live in my home, and it's easy for me to love them and just love everybody, and don't get me wrong, some people piss me off, and you step on my toes, I'm gonna bite back, I'm a mama, I'm a mama bear in that, but I also treat everybody with respect, and so that's the whole premise of who I am. Having the matriarch in our family, be so sick. He pulled out of it. It was night and day difference. That night, we thought we were going to go home and we were going to get notification from the hospital that he had passed away in the night. We seriously thought he was going to die that night. We had 2 pastors in the hospital. So, and he made a big turnaround. The doctors are like, you know what, let's pump this guy full of steroids. He's in a lot of pain. The cancer has just riddled his bones. He at this point he had broken ribs and who knows what else happening to his body. He couldn't even sit up without breaking ribs. That's how frail my dad was. And like I said, my dad was a very, 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 very strong guy. He was just a big man and giant in personality. He was just a big teddy bear. Everybody who knew my dad loved my dad. Everybody. He was so well loved. He used to to teach teach first aid and CPR with our local fire department. And when I had to do a call to the fire department, the chief knew my dad from when he used to teach there. So, my dad was very revered by a lot of people in the community. But anyway, he got through it, and I went off to my trip, and I came back, and he was doing pretty good. He was on medications, all that type of stuff, for the cancer, but he was just a trooper. And when I got back from the Dominican Republic, my world turned upside down. I was on a complete high. I had the most amazing time in the Dominican Republic, and my husband of almost 19 years, we've been together for 20 at this point, packed up his stuff and left our 2 children and our 2 foreign exchange students. So that was 4 minors in the house that he just up and left. There's a note in my nightstand. I knew something was wrong when he didn't pick me up. Let's just say that my daughter picked me up. I'm going to use Jude on the lid now. Husband at the time wanted a divorce. So June of 2020, that divorce finalized, just a week after our 19th wedding anniversary. Cheating going on, and I'm not going to go on into that. He felt the grass was greener elsewhere, and that's where he went. After the divorce, James and I started getting really close. He'd been a friend of mine for 10 years. We were those parents that would always talk out on the playground while we were waiting for our kids to come out of school. So we became good friends that way. But, we were friends out there, but it wasn't like we were hanging out together or anything like that. We kept it just mutual, just playground friendship, come up, joke around, tease each other, talk, and then go our separate ways. And we never hung out. We never even shook hands. We never even hugged, nothing like that. So after my divorce, James and I started hanging out more and more. I was using him as my human shield. I would use him as my block, because everybody came out of the woodwork and they're like, Zelma's divorced. Let's all try to get in her pants. So I don't know where that ended. James's birthday is in October, and that morning of James's 60th birthday, we found out that my dad had passed away in the night. I'm glad that my dad came home to pass away with loved ones. So that was extremely hard, to lose the matriarch of your family to the most disgusting thing in the world, which is cancer. But you do what you gotta do. After that, things were just, go as scheduled, go your course, keep moving, trudging along, moving to the beat of your own drum, just a lot of the same monotony. There's a lot of drama that I had to deal with my ex, because, won't go into it, but yeah, no fun. But James was there for me, and that was the nice thing about, him being there for me. My one mascara that I wear all the time, which is the Smashbox Superfan, is not in here. I think it's in my purse. So I'm just going to use a combination of several things just to very dried up Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. And then I've got this really cheap mascara. It was one of those beauty gem mascaras that you can get at Ulta. I needed an eyelash curler, so I'm like, hey, why not? We'll just try this in the meantime. And it's like, if I don't like it, I can always use it for my lower lash line, that kind of thing. Um, so it's bad. It's bad. So we trudge through life. James and I celebrated our 1 year anniversary. Next month we'll be together for a year and a half. And Christmas Day, my kids and his his daughter Violet was off with mom on Christmas Day, and my kids were off with their dad on Christmas Day. They were off with after the divorce, within, I want to say 4 months after the divorce, he proposed to his girl, and they got married a month later. It was like extremely super fast, but then, found out through the grapevine that they'd actually been together for at least a year prior, which means it was during when we were still married. But, it is what it is. So, I only put that on my lashes, and it's like, hello, is there anything there? If you want like a no makeup mascara, this will be it, because basically all it's doing is just tinting my lashes. It's not doing anything else. And it's a very wet formula too. My kids were off with their dad and new stepmom and new step siblings. There's 5 kids over there. My kids felt like he preferred the other family over them because you'd barely see them, yada yada, all that drama that you have to go through. But James was there for me. Now I'm to the point where I don't fight with Ron anymore. But it was really weird after James proposed. Lissa told him, because she was there at his house, and I get a text message from Ron saying, we just wanted to say congratulations on your guys' engagement, and it's about time. I'm sitting there going, what? Seriously, you have to go out of your way to wish us congratulations and tell me it's about time that I get married? He keeps saying that I'm like stuck on him and all this stuff, and I'm like, oh no, clearly I moved on. But this is just doing nothing. Annoying. Hopefully I can get something out of this. So, Christmas morning, he proposed to me. Now I don't have, I just have a temp ring right now. We just have to go get the other one. We're waiting on that. And so, the second it comes in and, it's all resized and all that jazz, then I will be super excited to show everybody. I'll probably take a photo and add it to the community section on YouTube, and put on Instagram probably. It was like -7 the other day, and I was out in it, so my lips are very dry. So needless to say, that's just a quick synopsis of what my life has been the last couple of years. The 2021 has definitely been better, because 2020 was extremely hard for my family and I, because we lost my dad, and of course with the whole virus going on and all that stuff. So yeah. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I've got some more videos in the works, and so hopefully you'll be seeing more videos of that. I would like to start up a project pan again. I think I'm going to do a project pan for nail polish, but I'm going to do it a different way. I think I'm going to go back to my roots. Before I was actually panning nail polish, I would go through and pick like 12 polishes for the month of January, and those are the polishes that I had to use during the month, and my goal was to try to use each one at least once. So I'd like to do that just because I've got a lot of new stuff. I haven't been able to get all the way through it, and this will be a way to use my products that I have in whole. I did finally get that one nail polish that I had special ordered for my birthday back in July. I emailed the company again. I said, hey, please, I'm desperate. I want that polish. And they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. So apparently they didn't see the emails, I should say. But all is good because I got the polish. So I just need to sit down and film that. I'm going to film a perfume declutter. I've got a lot of perfumes. I got to get rid of some. I've noticed that my scents, what I like now is different. Plus, I would like to get rid of some stuff that I had when I was with my ex. There's a couple of them that I will keep, but they just have sentimental attachment to it, and it's not because of him. It's because of a foreign exchange student or whatnot. So I will be filming that probably next. So you'll see the same look and outfit and all that stuff. And look forward to my special orders for my nail polishes. I think there was 8 polishes in total. And yeah, so then I'm gonna do that nail polish rotation, I want to say. We're gonna have to call it something. Think of some names of what I can call that nail polish rotation project pan type of thing. I want something that's catchy. So my brain hasn't been working that great. I don't know. We'll figure it out as it comes. So thank you guys for joining me in this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!